Good morning, everyone. This is Mrs. Maine. So excited to read to you again. Today we're going to read chapters 18 and 19 of A Boy Called Bat. Chapter 18 is called Dinner Date. Maybe the best moment of the whole day was when Bat finally felt Thor wrestling in the porch that hung from around Bat's neck. Thor woke from his nap just when Lawrence was finishing the last bath, which was for an inky spaniel named Webster. "Lawrence," Bat said, "Thor is waking up." Bat pulled open the sling and gently extracted the kit from it, holding Thor's warm, wiggly body up to his cheek. The kit's nose twitched as he snuffed around. "Baby wants his milk," Lawrence said, and together they fed him. If Bat had had his way, he would wear Thor in the sling all the time. But Mom made him take it off at bath time and bedtime. She was willing to compromise at dinner. "Really, Bat, don't you think Thor would be more comfortable in his enclosure?" Mom said, as she served out 3 platefuls of spaghetti and meatballs. "No," said Bat, "I really don't." Mom squinted her eyes tight. When she opened them, she said, "Okay, Thor can join us for dinner, as long as he stays in the sling." "I'll bet when he's older, though, Thor will love spaghetti and meatballs," Bat said happily, twirling a messy fork full of noodles. "Skunks eat everything, you know. They're omnivores." Omni means everything. Vor meaning one who eats. "We know, Bat," said Janie. "You told us already like 100 times. "Don't you think it's interesting?" asked Bat. "Don't I think what is interesting?" "Everything," said Bat. "Everything there is to know about animals." "Not really," said Janie. "I think theater is way more interesting than animals." "That's stupid," said Bat. Because it was. "Bat," said Mom in her warning voice, deep and serious, with her eyebrows pointed toward her nose. "I'm sorry I said your interest is stupid," said Bat. He wasn't actually sorry, because Janie's interest was stupid. Theater was pretend. Animals were real. But Mom had let him bring Thor to the dinner table, so Bat turned his mouth up in a smile and added, "Will you forgive me?" Mom liked it when you remembered to say that. "Whatever," Janie said. "Mom, did you make any garlic bread?" "Oh, it's in the oven. It's probably done," Mom said. Janie pushed back from the table, found an oven mitt in the drawer, and pulled the tray of bread out of the oven. It smelled wonderful. Ezra once said that garlic is the best smell in the world. "Better even than roses," Janie said, putting the bread slices into a basket and bringing it to the table. "That Ezra is a character," Mom said. "He's pretty funny," Janie said. "He even makes our math teacher laugh, and she doesn't think anything is funny." "If she doesn't think anything is funny," Bat said, reaching across the table for a piece of bread, "then why does she laugh at Ezra? Is it mean laughing?" "No, Bat," said Janie. "She thinks Ezra is funny." "Then why did you say she doesn't think anything is funny?" "Never mind, Bat," said Janie. Bat took bite of the crust. The crust was crusty, and then the inside was hot and squishy. Melted butter glazed his fingers, which he licked one by one. They ate for a few minutes without talking. The only sounds the crunch of biting into bread and the scraping noise of forks against plates as they wound bites of spaghetti. Then Janie announced, "I've decided I'm going to audition for the Queen." "I thought you wanted to be Alice," Mom said. "That was before I read the script," Janie said. "Then I realized that Alice is boring. She just wanders around whining about everything." "You'd be good at that part," Bat said. "You're good at whining." "Mom," whined Janie, "make him stop." "Bat," said Mom, "that wasn't nice." "But I said she'd make a good Alice," Bat said. "But not for a good reason," Mom explained. "Why does the reason matter? I gave her a compliment." "I don't think it felt like a compliment to Janie," Mom said. Janie, did it feel like a compliment to you? No, said Janie. It was an insult. You see, Bat, said Mom, it wasn't a compliment to Janie. Suddenly, Bat wished that he had been wearing his earmuffs and that he hadn't even heard Mom and Janie talking about the play. Sometimes it was just better if Bat kept his thoughts to himself. Bat ate a few more bites of his spaghetti and had almost finished all his bread when he felt Thor wriggling around in his pouch. May I be excused? He asked. Yes, said Janie. Honey, you know it's up to you to model good behavior, Bat heard Mom say to Janie as he headed to the refrigerator to get out the puppy formula. Sometimes, Mom, even I'm not a good enough actress to pretend not to notice when Bat is being weird. Oh, Janie, said Mom. Get out the formula, Bat told himself. Put some in the syringe. Warm it up. Ignore Janie. Bat knew that sometimes Janie thought he was weird, but he still didn't like to hear her say it out loud. Actually, Janie could be weird too, like when she sang at the top of her lungs in the shower, even though there wasn't an audience, and how she cared if her hair was wavy or straight. Did Ezra ever think that Janie was weird? Maybe that's what makes Ezra her friend, Bat thought. He likes the parts of her that everyone else thinks is weird. Chapter 19, A Blessing of Sorts. 5 nights later at bedtime, Janie noticed the nice thing that Bat had done to thank her for coming up with the perfect name for Thor. It had taken him 2 days to forgive Janie for being so mean during spaghetti night, and another day to come up with an idea. He'd been waiting ever since for Janie to notice. So when she came out from her bedroom, Mom, have you seen the top part of my unicorn pajamas? Bat felt excited. I did all the laundry that was in the basket, Mom answered. You washed the bottoms but not the top, Janie said. Then you must not have put the top in the laundry basket. Why would I put the bottoms but not the top? Janie asked. Why would I wash just the bottoms if the top was in the basket too? Mom asked back. Then it was time for Bat to reveal the nice thing. I know where your unicorn pajama top is, he said. You do? Said Mom and Janie together. Yes, Bat said. I took it out of the dirty laundry basket. Why would you do that? Mom asked. Because if I waited until after you washed it, then Thor wouldn't recognize Janie's scent. Janie had been the one to name Thor. Even though Bat didn't like the idea of sharing Thor with anyone, Janie had earned the right for Thor to know who she was. Did you give that rodent my pajama top? Janie's voice climbed higher and higher. Actually, Bat said, skunks aren't rodents. They're Mephidae. People used to think that they belonged in the same family as weasels, ferrets, and badgers, but this scientist named Dr. Jerry Dragoo figured out that... It doesn't matter, Bat, Janie said, interrupting him. Go get my pajama top right now. But it does matter, said Bat. Janie was not interested in hearing the difference between Mephidae and Mustelidae. She refused to listen to anything until after Bat had gone to Thor's enclosure and retrieved the unicorn pajama top from the pile where Thor slept. And when he tried to hand it to her, she wouldn't even take it. Smells like animal, she said. Smelled like animal before too, Bat said, because I took it from the dirty laundry basket and it still smelled like you. She didn't scream exactly. Bat didn't know what to call the sound she made just before she spun around, stomped back into her room, and slammed the door. Bat felt tears gathering, ready to spill. Mom came over and hugged him tight. She didn't say anything, but she rocked him back and forth in the way he liked, and after a moment, Bat felt the sting of his tears begin to fade. It was a nice gesture, Mom murmured into his hair. Bat liked the hot warmth of her breath. Baby skunks are easier than sisters, Bat said. That may be true, Mom answered, but there are a lot of baby skunks in this world, and you only have one sister. Gently, she took Janie's pajama top from Bat's hand. He hadn't realized that he was still clutching it. Come on, she said. I'll teach you how to do laundry. Okay, said Bat, but first I need to check one thing. He stuck his head in Thor's enclosure to make sure the kit was settled back in after having his nest disturbed. Thor was sleeping soundly, making a noise like a tiny snore. Bat pulled one of his own t-shirts up over Thor's body, tucking him in. Then he latched the enclosure and followed Mom to the laundry room. Maybe if we use extra fabric softener, he said, and make the pajama top softer than it's ever been, then maybe Janie won't be so mad. I think that's a very good idea, Mom said, and you can pour it in.